Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? You've got questions, we've got answers. Welcome to the show, It's Gonna Be Great, featuring Matt and Jen from Home Team for You. And now, without further ado, it's Matt and Jen.
Hello.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Today is our first day going live on Facebook. So hello to all the people in Facebook land. If you want to drop us questions, we are happy to try and answer. We have Jacob manning all of that. So just let us know if you have anything you want to know about. Today in studio, we have Jonah Branden with us.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you?
Yeah. Hi. My name is Jonah Branden. I graduated from the University of Wisconsin Stout with real estate and property management and a minor in performing arts. I got a job after school, and I worked for Trinity Property Consultants. I actually took, I was kind of part of a traveling lease-up team, which took me all over the United States, and decided to come back home and jump right into real estate. So I'm really excited. It's kind of my first dip in the real estate world.
All right. Well, we're excited to have you. And then we also have over here Brendan Grabowski.
Hello. Just to give everyone a little bit about me, my name is Brendan Grabowski. I just recently passed my licensing exam.
Yay.
Woohoo!
I'm from Appleton, Wisconsin. I've lived in Madison for 2 years, and I'm just happy to be here. Happy to get started.
Well, Jonah, you have some other stuff besides real estate. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I actually did a lot of internships out in the California area. I actually lived out in California for a little bit. Something that I kind of jumped into was background work in Hollywood. So I was on a few, TV and movies. I actually got an opportunity to work on the show like The Goldbergs, On My Block, which is on Netflix, The Runaways. Some of those kind of cool shows. And then I was The Greatest Showman. I did a promo for them as well.
Really?
Yeah, you can see me.
I didn't know the last one.
Yeah, I just was an audience member watching the film. It was like a sing-along, and I was like bobbing my head in the background. I'm like, there I am. That's me.
You made it.
I made the cut.
The solo cup version. Which one was the solo cup where you threw that?
So it was on My Block. It's the very first episode, and it's like a party scene. And I know where I'm standing, and I didn't make the cut for the first scene. But the second, there's like a scene where gunshots are firing and everyone's running out of the house. And I'm like, I need to make an impression. So I was like, I'm going to throw a solo cup outside the window and make it look like it counted. And it made the cut. And you can see the cup like basically bounce out the window, bounce on the grass. And then I run away. And it was a very proud moment for myself.
Made it.
I made it in Hollywood.
Dodged
Thank
the
you.
bullets, but threw the solo cup.
And the fun thing is I actually watched that Netflix, like the first 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that on your resume, I'm like, oh, I watched that show.
That's why she hired you.
Yeah, that's totally. I was like,
you.
oh my gosh, I have to hire him because
my-
he was on that show.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm so honored.
May I have your autograph?
Oh my, yes. I was waiting for somebody to give me an honor. I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, just thinking marketing perspective, I'm seeing some TikToks that have like arrows and they're like, here's Jonah.
No.
You'll remember this guy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We're going to get a whole thing of solo cups.
Yeah.
Throw them at him.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. We'll just get a whole bunch of solo cups and then you can be like, I'm here. And then we'll all pelt you with solo cups.
Should I just sign the solo cups and then try to bounce them out the window and kind of make something amazing out of
No,
it?
we just want to throw them at you.
Oh. I wasn't getting the, okay, I guess it works. I'm here for it.
This has to be fun for us too. No?
Great.
Oh. All right, so why don't we bring it back around? I know you guys are both kind of getting into the whole real estate thing. Why don't you talk about why real estate, Brendan?
I wanted to get into real estate because I've known for a long time that I just wanted to work with people. And I didn't want the standard 9 to 5, sit in your office space all day and, never be out moving, actually like physically in front of people, talking with them. And I wanted to get into real estate because it's one of the biggest decisions in people's lives. And I thought it would be really cool to just be a part of that part of that moment and to build relationships with people constantly in your career, I found that really appealing to me. So that's why I wanted to get into real estate.
Cool. What about you, Solo Cup?
Is that his nickname now? Is he Solo Cup?
Solo Cup. I didn't even know I had a nickname. Oh, I'm great.
You just call him Solo?
Is that copyright? Like Han Solo?
Han
Like,
Solo?
yeah, literally.
Jonah Solo.
Oh, great.
Aren't you glad you came on with us?
It's my first day, guys. I just started. I'm already getting into head. I think the one thing for me about, real estate, I think Branden definitely just said it perfectly. I think it's building those relationships and connections and helping somebody in that process make that final decision and finding that home that makes them happy. I mean, that's the best feeling in the world. So that's something why I chose real estate. And that's something I found in property management as well, is finding people, that connection in the home and connecting with people. I think that's the biggest thing that I loved about real estate in general, is just building those relationships. Yeah.
Cool. Why home team for you?
Why not?
Yeah.
Well, I can start with that. When I was looking for, a firm that I wanted to work for, something that was important to me wasn't just like, a big corporate office, a company that really had family values and just like good morals, and that the client mattered more than like yourself in a situation. And when initially speaking with Emily and Jen in my interview process, that really stood out to me, and we talked about that, and that's really what made me drawn here, because that's really important to myself. Just, like, not everything's about you, not everything's about, where you work. It's about who you're working with, and just talking about relationships with people being more important than, like, a sale and a transaction. That's what really stood out to me.
Yeah. What about you?
I think the biggest thing for me personally was, especially being new to the real estate, end of things, all the training and all the knowledge that the resources that you get to use to be successful, that really stood out to me. And, especially if you have questions or you're worried about, an offer that you're writing, you can always go to one of your team leaders like Jen and, learn from the experience and have confidence to be able to write an offer the next time around. I think that's something that stood out. Like, it's like, you're going to make mistakes, but, knowing that you're going to be able to grow and learn from them, and you have like a whole team to back you up and help you become better and stronger, I think that really stood out to me. And that's why I chose home team for you.
Cool.
What about you, Jen?
Why did I choose home team for you?
You were born.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, honestly, I got into real estate, and then, I never wanted to come into real estate initially, because I grew up in the real estate business, so it was kind of like, eh. But I took a real estate class my senior year in college, and I was like, holy cow, I like this a lot. And then I told my dad, who's been in real estate forever, I said, I think I want to do this. And I'm pretty sure he audibly like did a little happy dance and scream, and he was pretty excited, but it just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
So. And you, Mr. Matt?
Your dad suckered me in open houses.
That is true. Raj is really big in open houses, and I was in college, and he's like, Matt, why don't you get your license? Because they had just changed the law that you had to have a real estate license to be able to hold an open house. And he
set me up at a house, and I took actually, he had the open house signs and the papers, and I just showed up, and we had 27 groups come through the first 3 hours. And I'm like, this is easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, it's not that easy. But the first open house he set me up with, I ended up selling. The people were walking around, and they wanted to sit down at the kitchen table and write an offer. And I was like, right here, right now. What?
That's when I figured out what a water heater was.
Yeah, no, water softener.
Softener,
Yeah,
yes.
those folks, they had said, can you show me? I think there's something going on with the water softener. And I was 22, and I wasn't really sure what a water softener was. So I had said, well, why don't you show me? So we went down and we looked at it, and I said I would find out. And then after that, they said they wanted to sit down at the table and write an offer. And I thought, uh-oh. But it all went well. It all went really well. So sold my very first open house, which I was like, rock on. I like
This
this.
is easy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. Looking back, do I think that Raj set me up for success? Yes, I do. I'm sure it was a brand new listing in a hot market. So thanks, Dad. Yep. So what were some things so far, like initial impressions that you guys have had?
I'll start, Jonah. You know, I think when you're starting a new job anywhere, it can be kind of intimidating. So one of my first impressions is like when you walk into the office and everyone's, you know, saying hi to you, asking you if you need anything, always telling you if you don't be afraid to ask questions, like please come to us. Like you could already see how team-based it was here, how team-oriented everyone is, how everyone gets along, and that was amazing right away. Like from day one, I felt comfortable. And like obviously before coming in and on my drive in on the first day of work, like I was extremely nervous, you know, as most people are. And I mean, within like a couple hours, I just felt comfortable. And that's something that I really like, and I don't think everyone can really relate to in every job. So
Do have a good group of people that are very welcoming and willing to help. And
yeah.
People really do care about their team members.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that about this place.
I mean, especially, I mean, for real estate in general, you know, you have that fear of competition, everyone trying to get that sale, everyone trying to get the next listing. And it seems like everybody here is supporting one another and everyone is willing to learn something new or grow from or give you past experiences to help you develop, you know, in the real estate game. And I definitely feel that with Home Team for You. And my first impression walking through the doors that everyone's here to see you be successful. And I think that's something that's really important, especially working in a new company. That's something that I really saw for Home Team for You, you know?
I like that too. And like, especially this time of year, everyone's super busy and you can definitely see that like around the office.
Oh yeah.
But even with like some of the chaos, like everyone's still like, please don't be afraid to ask a question, and we'll still like make time for you if you want to like sit down and talk about anything. So I love that.
one of my favorite things to see is having new agents get their license, and with Gracie getting her license today, and everybody is so excited for her and happy for her. So it's kind of the way it goes around here.
Shout out to Gracie.
Shout out to Gracie. Yep. You know, but just kind of on the flip side, there's real estate companies where it is very cutthroat, you know, and people aren't happy for other people. If you're successful, then I'm not successful because I didn't steal that business from you. And I mean, that's not the culture that we want here. So I'm really happy that you guys can feel that good energy and those good vibes.
Yeah.
100%. Seriously.
I'm always happy to be here. You know, I love everyone in the office so far, so couldn't have had a better start.
All right. Rock on.
Awesome.
What's something that you didn't expect in real estate so far?
I mean, am I going to interrupt?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you've been going first too much, so it's my turn to shine. No, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead, Jonah. The floor is yours.
No, yes. I mean,
We're not competitive at all.
not competitive. Just for the mic. This is mic time. I think the one thing that I didn't expect. I mean, you all watch HGTV and you watch those shows and you see Love It or List It, and you see these realtors and you don't realize how much work goes into selling a home, and definitely to time preparation, showing homes, to getting it listed, all the paperwork. You think it's like, oh, it's so easy, and looking at it and taking all the classes and stuff to even be prepared to be a licensed realtor, you're like, oh my gosh, it's a lot of work, and it's good work, but it's like, whoa. It's like a whole new ballpark, and it's so exciting and so fresh and so new. And it's like I have a whole nother level of respect, which is amazing, which is something I didn't really expect. But
When's your test?
May 18th. If I look back at this, I better pass. I'm going to be really disappointed on this podcast.
Great.
Oh.
Don't bring it back
no
on.
pressure.
I know. Fingers crossed. No cards.
Hey,
Big
can
time.
I sidetrack for a second?
Yes.
That Jonah was talking about HGTV, and it made me think about that show. I forget I think it's House Hunters.
Okay.
The one where there's the the family looks at three houses, and only three,
Yeah.
and then they got to pick one.
Yes.
Super easy.
How? How do they do that?
They
How do
already know the house they are getting
Yeah,
before they look.
they already know
just act
the
it out?
homes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's acted out. They pick a couple of duds, and then they have the one that they already bought, and then they shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for TV. Sorry, people.
It's
It's
interesting
not real.
because they always do a good.
They
job
really
at-
do buy a house, though. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
But they also the one they end up getting usually they're like digging on the house. Like they have negative things to say about it too.
Well, they do that on purpose. It's
Yeah.
the drama.
Yeah, you can't just say this house is awesome. There's nothing wrong with it, but we're not buying it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Can we just set up all our listings that way?
Free sold.
HGTV style,
Be like,
yeah.
this is one of your 3 options.
I'll film it.
All right. So if anybody would like to be on our House Hunter episode, you do have to buy a house, but you get 3 options. We are
Only 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do it the legit way.
we'll do it the legit way. So
But you have to buy one of the 3.
yes, you
like-
do have to buy one of the 3. Otherwise, the premise of the whole show will be shot. So we don't want that.
Shoulder shot.
Any volunteers? No.
Give me a couple years.
All right, we'll get you on. Be like, okay, here's your 3 home choices.
Okay. Just let me save up a little bit before we do it. And make sure the homes are really nice, please. So I don't-
No, ours will be realistic where there'll be like a cat running around or like somebody didn't do the dishes or something and when you're checking out the house. Like every house you see on that show is pristine and usually there's no furniture in them.
That's kind of weird.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm sure that has to do with then the property is probably vacant, so it's really easy for the producers to get in and have their film crews come in instead of having like people and stuff and having to work around the people that actually live there. So I'm sure there's some logistics with that.
We'll do it authentic.
And a great marketing tool. Then you can be like, that house was on TV, so you gotta, up the price on that house. Think of that.
This could be a marketing thing for our listings and the ones that don't get purchased on the show, as seen on our TV show, House Hunters Home Team for You.
Literally, yes.
Oh boy.
Home hunters for you.
Home Hunters for You.
There you go.
There you go. I'm sure some of this is copyrighted, so sorry.
I think we own that website.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good start. Apparently, that'll be our what we're going with. All right. You want to talk about news of the day, Mr. Matt?
Yes, news of the day. So there's apparently a proposed bill that they're talking about. Like back in 2008 or 6, they had a $8,000 first-time homebuyer credit. Well, now they're talking about tax credit for first-time buyers up to 10% of the purchase price or $15,000. And that did spur some of the housing back in 2008.
It was a totally different market then, though.
Yeah. But what this could do is if it's first-time buyers and they're getting the credit, that could also move up everybody else, though.
What do you mean by move up?
So the first-time buyers could then, they buy their house, they buy the people that own houses currently, and then they just keep moving up.
Yeah, we need the folks that have like the homes that the first-time buyers are going to buy that are going to move up to be willing to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to find a way to get the first-time buyers some money because prices are so incredibly high right now. It's hard for those people to get the houses.
Yeah, I mean, the real trick to this market is figuring out how to have people being comfortable being able to sell.
Couldn't that also just make the price of homes go up? Now there's just like this free money floating around. Everybody has more money.
Well, I think we're still having the issue of the first-time buyers making that move to begin with. So I'm not sure I think we're going to be okay if that happens.
They might just be making, I mean, their $15,000 could just be on their appraisal forgiveness. So it might not necessarily be doing much more than that.
So for Madison, the median income would be $33,000 or for an individual, or $65,000 for a family.
I wonder how close this bill is to being something.
Home's purchase price must, let's see here.
I think it just got introduced.
So it
but-
may or may not happen.
But Biden, that was one of his campaign things. He said he was going to do a $15,000 tax credit.
Home purchase must not be more than 110% of the area median purchase price, which is around $319,000 for Madison.
Which is like our crazy hot price range right now.
Right.
So that will just make that insane.
Right.
But it opens up that range to more buyers.
Do we need more?
Yeah, which still might be an
Aren't
issue
there
of
enough
supply.
buyers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. How do you think it's going to impact inventory?
Well, I'm not sure it's not gonna help any because we're still low in inventory.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. While I think it's a great idea, there's other things that we need in the market.
Right.
It's the inventory.
It doesn't seem to solve the problem of getting more houses on the market.
It doesn't solve
No.
the supply.
Right, the
issue.
supply issue. It just makes the buyer competition more intense.
Yeah.
Although you're still gonna have the same problem because the lower price ranges are still insane for competition.
Mm-hmm. So if you are in Congress and you're writing a bill, what do you put in your bill to make it so that it would actually solve the real problems of today? How do you get more inventory?
Get the building costs down. Get some of the building materials now are just through the roof, and if they bring that down, we solve the problem of having.
Do you give credits to builders?
I think you give credits to buyers who are building new homes, not to the builders.
Okay, why?
Because it's more effective if it goes to the buyer, not the builder.
So if somebody wants to do a building contract, then the builder would potentially get the funds?
No, I think it happens probably after closing or something. It can't go through the builder, I don't think, because there's margins in there that they may just build it and keep the credit versus the buyer actually that's building the house gets the credit.
Am I allowed to introduce conspiracies into the show?
Absolutely.
Have at her.
All right. I saw this guy. I think he was on TikTok, so this is legitimate.
It's got to be.
He's a truck driver,
Good.
and he delivers lumber.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that at the place where he loads up the trucks with the lumber, that they are stocked to the brim with wood, and there's like this big conspiracy.
They're just holding it back.
Yeah, they're just holding it back to like jack up the prices, and they're taking advantage of like this crazy market. And I don't know if that's even. I don't know enough about the lumber industry to know if there's like a cartel where they can like
A lumber cartel.
like influence the prices of lumber, but the prices of lumber are crazy right now, and it's like, why is that? What is it? Because they're not distributing it, or they're not chopping down trees enough, or like what's going on? Why is lumber so much? Because it's up like 200 something %. I wanted to save this for like a different news article, like next episode, but we're here, and I think it's related.
What do you think, Jen?
Well, I just know that we have clients that are building and they are very surprised with what their costs are. And even some of the bigger builders in our area are having to do like very regular price shifts, and they're not able to say, well, this is the price for this house. They are having to be able to pivot.
Well, they build a certain amount at a time, and like a pod almost, then release a
Mhm.
new pod after that first pod is sold out, and it probably new pricing.
Yeah, so the pricing is changing. Is there a cartel that is, causing that to happen? Well, according to the TikTok truck driver, there is. I am not sure. I have not really researched into said truck driver from TikTok, but
He's legit.
he is? Okay. I don't know. I mean,
kidding. I have no
you would
idea.
think with all of the things that happened with COVID and what happened last year. So if we brainstorm, like what things in COVID would have caused the products to be backlogged, so people can't work because they could potentially get sick. I mean, you would think like logger people would be outside, so maybe they can cut the trees, but maybe they can't process the trees. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I suspect that's a big piece of it, and that maybe truck driver TikTok guy might not be totally legit.
Maybe fuel
How
costs.
dare you? How
I'm
dare you
sorry.
accuse the TikTok truck
Maybe
driver guy.
Maybe fuel cost of shipping all the materials probably affects some of it.
Maybe fuel costs go up that much for the doubling of lumber.
Well, it went up. I'm not sure double.
Well, it's also if you figure more people are wanting to build, and then there's less product, more demand, then they can just raise the price because it's harder to get.
Well, it's not just lumber that's causing the price to go up. It's everything involved. So it's the shingles, the siding, the windows,
and the people are busy. So it's like you're going to go with whichever, developer is going to pay you the most. So, and then
I think part of this all happened too when the housing market took a decline and all these builders went out of business.
yeah, because there was a ton of builders, and then the market went down, and a lot of builders went out, and we're probably not back up to the level where we were.
Nope, I don't think so.
What do you guys think?
I was gonna say, regarding the lumber, like when you were talking about Jen, just because of COVID and everything, that maybe they had they kind of slowed down a little bit when COVID first hit, and that they're still, because it wasn't that long ago, that they're still maybe trying to play catch up and just can't meet the demand, so that's why it could possibly cost more.
Right.
I mean, I'd like to believe that there's more realistic variables in play rather than what the TikTok guy is just talking
How
about.
dare you?
Is this TikTok guy verified is the real question. That's
what I was
how we'll
gonna-
know.
Can we swipe up on him?
Yes. Is he verified? Do we know? Is this legitimate?
He could just be posting for clickbait. You don't know.
Exactly.
Those lumber truck driver clickbait TikToks.
Yeah.
They get me every time.
You got to keep an eye out for him, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He's onto something because I'm on the news right now, and there's a ton of why lumber prices are at an all-time high, 193%. Nation lumber shortage.
Fuel?
Lumber
Fuel in there?
shortage, a crisis. I can't figure out why. I gotta actually read the articles to figure it out. I'm just reading the headlines here. Hold on. Let's dig deeper in here.
We are going to solve all of the world's problems. Just continue listening. Thank you.
We're going deep into lumber today. It took a turn. All right, I'm gonna share this with all y'all if you want to read it yourself.
All right, let's see it. Is this the TikTok guy?
No, this is not. This is some
It'd be more entertaining.
some website. It's surfacemag.com. But there's a billion websites that all say something similar here.
As long as it's a reliable source.
Yeah.
Lofty hike in prices is unlikely to last. As of Monday, futures contract. I don't care about futures contracts. I don't understand that stuff.
It's because of Bitcoin. That's why, Jacob.
Oh, man. We need to have another episode about Bitcoin.
No.
Blame the pandemic. That's all it says.
Yeah.
It's what, most people do. So
Yeah, it's just, it's the pandemic.
That's what I did.
easy answer.
Well, it seems like that's got to be part of it.
Yeah, I would imagine that has to have something to do with it. That seems like the best answer for it.
Maybe they
Would
took all that wood and turned it into toilet
No,
paper.
here you go.
Yeah, that's
found
what
it.
it was.
Wood destroying insects in British Columbia and wildfires were causing deforestation, and import duties on Canadian lumber tighten supply even more.
Because of, is it the
Bugs.
The murder hornets?
Good. It's the murder hornets and the COVID.
No, it's COVID, murder hornets, and the fires.
Mm. I mean, it probably is some kind of a trifecta of all of these things that happened that it's just, caused it.
But I mean, I don't see it slowing down. I mean, it's going to take a while for that to catch up.
I mean, a lot of people are still building. It's not like people are like, oh, nope, I'm going to wait because prices may just keep going up. So it's like, let's just get what you want when you want it.
Yeah.
Murder hornets.
Murder hornets. No. Mm-mm. All right, Mr. Jacob.
Oh, you guys want to play a game?
Mm-hmm.
Was that my cue?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do I
All
have to?
Let's play a game. We haven't played it. We haven't played one of these games in a while.
There's a reason why.
You like these games.
You're like, yay, come on, let's play.
All right. Let's do this. This is
Just-
called. Hold on. I hope I have the right cue.
We're really competitive, just so you guys know. Don't be afraid.
That's crickets.
No.
They were crickets,
That's
weren't
the
they?
wrong button.
You played crickets.
If you play some bad stuff, I'm going to.
Give us crickets. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Ooh, that's better
This
than
is
crickets.
called
Ooh.
Famous Home Appraisals.
Oh boy.
I hate this game. This is the worst
I
game
love
ever.
this game.
All right.
Boy.
Welcome to Famous Home Appraisals.
Is that Jeets? The
So-
Jeets house?
In this game, this is not Derek Jeter's house.
It's got to be a Kardashian's house.
Looks
You
like
have
Santa
to-
Barbara.
You guys
Yeah,
have to figure
California.
out
Yeah, definitely.
Tile
two
roof.
things. You have to figure out whose house is this.
What?
And you have to figure out how much did they buy it for.
Oh.
Seriously?
You're going to give us hints, right? We're not just going to.
Do we even get to
yeah.
I
know
could
where it's
see the window.
located?
Yeah, I got some stats for you. I got some
All right.
clues. I got some fast facts.
All right, hook it
It's-
up.
So it's 15,000 square feet.
Oh my gosh.
How many acres?
It has 3.67 acres. It's in Beverly Hills.
Oh my gosh.
It has a long and winding driveway where it's pretty private.
Matt, quit Googling.
I'm not calculating.
Here's another view here. It's a 6-bed, 13 bath, has an elevator, and in addition to the indoor pool, it also has an outdoor pool.
Because one pool is definitely not enough. It's got a fountain in the front too. You could drive through and jump in.
Yeah.
Bathrooms. Wow.
You gotta go. You gotta go. The backyard's quite nice and spacious. There's a recording studio that was installed. The building was built in 1993.
Does it come with a gardener?
Alex Van Halen built the recording studio.
So it's a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no. That was the new resident is someone, not necessarily a musician.
But why would you buy a house with a recording studio if you didn't use it?
It could have been the pools or the tennis court
And the 13 bathrooms.
or the 13 bathrooms.
Don't forget.
Or
Is it Fergie?
here's
Did
the
Fergie
indoor
buy it?
pool, or the movie theater.
Oh,
Casablanca.
Casablanca.
Impressive.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I said it too.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, and there's the music studio, which isn't
Yeah, it's not that
Oh.
impressive.
really a music studio. I mean, they
It
just
doesn't
got,
look really
they
soundproof.
got instruments. I don't think you need soundproof when you got
A beautiful space.
You're not
all that
recording.
space. So here's your hints.
Hmm.
This
I see guitars in the
was
background.
purchased by the highest paid actor in Hollywood. So that's a big hint.
I have no
So
idea.
If you know who the highest paid one is.
It's either Leonardo DiCaprio or Brad Pitt has been very popular lately.
Well, it's the highest paid actor according to this website as of right now.
So it's neither one of
So I
those.
think
Nope,
that-
so great. So I got
I'm trying to help you out. It's not those two.
Oh.
I need to change the
I think
wallpaper.
I
It looks
I have a
horrible.
But it's an actor. It's a guy's house.
It is a guy.
Is it?
See the
door.
guitars. There's guitars in the
Do
background.
I start
hanging low.
guessing, or are we
Johnny
still going
Depp?
through hints?
I think.
Are we guessing as a team?
Mm-hmm.
Did we get a clip of their movie? Like kind of like a synopsis of
No,
like
that
he's
would-
in this movie, but you're not gonna see him.
That would make it too obvious.
Can we see the
it-
pictures again?
Sure.
Beverly Hills.
I gotta guess.
Here's another hint.
It's got to be like 4 million.
It's got a huge gym.
It's got a huge gym, so they lift. Oh, is it Mark
40 million?
Wahlberg's house?
Wait, hold on.
Dwayne
Let me
Johnson.
let me just zoom in here. You think Mark Wahlberg is the highest paid actor in Hollywood right now?
Yes,
Okay.
Oh,
Is that the right,
maybe one of
right
them.
answer?
Is-
Hold on. And the last thing.
I just heard
This
huge
is,
gym.
This is the giveaway, I think, for anybody. According to a recent poll done on some random website here from this article, 46% of respondents would consider him running for president.
That's Rock. Right?
Is it?
The Rock.
It's The Rock.
Nailed it.
You got it.
So now price.
Johnson.
Jonah actually said it very quietly, but
I
won't-
did. I'm super shy about it. I was like Dwayne Johnson. I was kind of shy. Sorry.
Yeah, it's The Rock's house, and now you have to guess what did he buy it for?
Is it over 10 million?
No, it's Hollywood. They're
So 40 million?
probably up there.
Am I like?
64 million.
I was just gonna say it was like 60
36
million.
Are we
million
doing-
750
Just kidding.
something.
Are we doing a Price is Right style here?
Yes.
yeah, that's
$1, Bob.
Jen, you go first.
I'm gonna say 20 million.
Jonah.
44 million.
Wow. Okay, Brendan.
36.5 million.
That 0.5.
36.75 million.
Oh,
And the actual retail price is Jen wins. It's 27.8 million.
Woohoo!
Cheater.
I didn't even know it was The Rock's house. I had no idea. I thought it was the Kardashians.
Let's look at the pictures again now.
Calabasas.
I know, that's why I knew it
Yeah.
wasn't them when you said where it was. I was like, well, that's not them.
Rock-
Put the pictures back up.
All
The Rock
right,
does sing. You know that, right? He sings in Moana, that Disney movie.
That's true.
Does he really?
Yeah, so he has that one, so he can practice his
He's
vocals.
Maui.
Can you play that?
Yeah.
You want me to play?
You're welcome.
I want to hear him sing. I've
Very
never heard him
welcome,
sing.
everybody.
Because you're
That's not him.
welcome.
That's you.
We'll get taken off Facebook.
Yeah, we better not. Oh, it's a cool house. He's got a turret. I wonder what's in the turret room.
Nothing. It's just windows.
Just
Pretty.
probably guns.
Guns. Huh.
There's more weights.
That's where the security
He's
is.
more. That's kind of weak right there, though. It's outside patios.
I watched this TikTok of The Rock recently, and he was showing, then he's singing "You're Welcome" and to his daughter. It's like 2 or 3 year old daughter, and his daughter was just like, "Stop, quiet! I'm trying to watch it." Like she would not believe for a second that it was him. She's like, "Do you think that's me?" She's like, "No,
No way.
no."
Can we find some of him singing that's not copyrighted?
No.
Okay, you really want to see The Rock sing? Huh?
Yes. I didn't know he could sing.
I think there might be a little bit of auto tune going on there.
He's The Rock. He can do anything.
What's The Rock cooking?
Do
Like-
you know what The Rock is thankful for?
Like he went from wrestling, no, he went from football to wrestling to acting to now singing, apparently. All while being jacked.
And has sweet swimming pools.
Yep.
Inside and outside, apparently.
And 13 bathrooms.
There.
13 bathrooms. You know how many that is? I mean, that's a lot of cleaning. I'm sure he has cleaning
I was going to
people,
say, I don't
but
think he cleans his own toilets.
oof.
Oh,
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to hear it.
It's just, Matt can see it. It's real.
There it is. There's the proof.
There it is.
When you're staring at a demigod, what can I say except you're welcome?
Nice.
There you
you're
go.
so thrilled.
Yeah. That made my day.
That's just enough to not get us kicked off the internet.
The interweb.
Wow.
Yeah. You never seen Moana?
No.
No,
Oh,
we very much have boys.
that blue car out there?
You bought it because of the show?
No.
Oh.
My wife bought it and named it Moana.
There you go.
You named your car Moana?
Yeah, our kids were just about old enough that they were maybe not into that.
Yeah.
They just missed it. They've probably seen it, but
My wife's
they
in her
they were young
30s.
enough that we
Yeah.
didn't have to see it.
I was gonna say I'm 22 and I'm still into all the Disney movies. So
We'll
Well,
have to watch it.
When we didn't have to sit there and make sure that they weren't killing themselves, when we could like go
Not
do
themselves,
other
it was
things.
each other.
Yeah, each other. Yeah,
Ah,
they were
well,
safe.
Do
I
you guys
get
want to play
that.
another game?
yes,
Yes.
let's
Yeah.
play a game.
Okay. All right. This one.
Hey, you newbies have to pick it up here.
What
Jen
is-
and I have one.
I don't know
What?
the
I whispered.
What's this?
I
Jen and I, Gen 1.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I,
Just
we
so
got
you
the
know.
rock.
Oh, well, okay.
Actually, Jonah did too.
Jonah.
I'll give
already-
Jonah half for that.
All right.
Yeah, Jonah
Brendan, you gotta
whispered
pick it
it. I gotta pick it up, but I'm going against some pretty good competition, so I'm okay.
Is this one easier?
No.
No.
Why would he make it
No,
easier?
this one's harder.
Great.
Okay, this
Let's do
one
it.
it's just as fun though.
Oh,
This
good.
one is called 60 Seconds to Sell.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Aren't you guys glad it came on?
Oh my goodness.
All right. So in this game,
It's the same house.
it is
Rock.
the same house. Well, we already know who it is. We're gonna go with the same house, the Rock's house, the 27.8 million. I just told you all kinds of stats. You have 60 seconds to make a pitch of why somebody should move into this house and buy it.
Can we see the pictures again?
Yeah, I'm going to, when it's your turn, I'm going to scroll through as you talk.
And I can't say that this was The Rock's house, right?
That's
Well,
cheating.
You bought it. It wasn't his before that, was it?
You got to follow whatever ethical MLS real estate guidelines there are.
Okay. All right. How many bathrooms were there?
13. Don't forget it. 13.
13 bathrooms.
How many
Six.
bedrooms were there?
6. I remembered.
Now you guys are taking notes here.
How many bathrooms?
Still 13.
13.
13
And there's
bathrooms?
2
13
pools.
half.
Square feet.
6 bedroom, 13 bath.
There was like 15,000 square feet, right?
15,000.
On 3.67 acres.
Where is it? Beverly Hills?
Yes, exactly 3.67. Yes, it's in Beverly Hills. Wow. You guys are really
How
taking
many,
this game
how many
seriously.
bedrooms?
Okay, we're very competitive.
How many
we
bathrooms?
have-
Still 13.
No, not bathrooms. Bedrooms.
Oh, 6.
6?
You're welcome.
What am I missing here? Okay. Huge gym,
how many acres?
studio.
Gyms.
How many acres?
It's a huge gym. It's still 3.67 acres.
675 or just
It's got a
675?
baseball diamond.
It
No
does?
way. Really?
Yes.
Oh, did you said tennis
Where?
courts too, right?
Yeah, it's got tennis courts.
Oh my goodness.
They're not in the picture. Built in 1993.
It's not on the ocean, is it?
No, it's
Beverly Hills.
It could
I don't
be.
know.
You
what
know what? You know what?
Beverly
They
Hills
don't know
is.
it. You just say it's on the ocean, and
Yeah.
I got 60 seconds to
You
sell.
60
They're just gonna
seconds,
get
just-
what I tell them.
yeah, you tell them wherever it is, it's where they want to be,
It's ocean near property. It's within miles.
and probably with like 4 hours of traffic if you think about it.
Not with your helicopter.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
I was gonna
Yes.
say.
There's a helicopter pad on
I was
there as
gonna say,
well.
there's got to be at least like 4 helicopter pads on the property, right?
It didn't even mention that in the cliff notes, but maybe.
All right.
There's room for helicopter pads, I'm sure.
You guys are so competitive, and we're like, oh, it's not competitive at all, and we're like,
We're not
oh,
competitive
what?
at all.
No, it's
13 bedrooms,
it's
6
competitive
bedrooms.
fun.
Oh,
I consider this a learning experience. So I'll just be trying my
That's a
best.
cop-out.
yeah, literally. I actually, yeah.
I will be trying my best. I will not tolerate being made fun of. Okay.
All right.
Doing my best here.
No more notes. It's time. It's time to get to work.
Come on, man.
Okay. Who's going first?
Jonah.
What? yeah,
Jonah.
the one that's not licensed yet. You go first. You do your. Do
Come
the
on,
best you
13
can.
bathrooms. No.
13 bathrooms, and
Okay.
yeah, yep.
You ready for this?
What do I even do?
You
talking.
you gotta pitch this house.
You have 60 seconds to sell, Jonah.
As soon as the music. As soon as
Oh,
the
there's
timer
music.
starts.
Wow, should I lower my voice and be like, "Hello, welcome to luxury living. My name is Jonah, and I'm here to relax you on
It's a
this
little bit
journey."
more quirkier than that.
Oh God.
that's
Oh
not bad.
geez, there's. Oh man, that Midwestern is coming out.
There it is.
Go.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Welcome to the luxury estate that has over 6 bedrooms and 13 bathrooms. If you're looking for a leisure of going out into the garden, you can take nice strolls and walks in your own private estate. If you excuse me, I'm selling, and you have guests over, you have a beautiful fountain that shows your luxury cars as you drive around. Is continuing down as you keep on going a little bit faster for me. There is more ways to walk down these beautiful green, luscious gardens. And if you're tired, you can sit in the patio estate with the 2 pools if you're wanting to swim indoors and outdoors. And if you're tired, go watch a movie. I think I'm doing great, guys. And if you don't like to record
10,
music, you have a
9.
recording. Also, it's in Beverly Hills and owned by the beautiful Rock. You're very welcome. Don't
That's
copyright me on that.
That's Steve Austin.
And who is that?
I don't know why.
That's not rock.
I know that.
I know, but he just popped up on the
Yeah,
screen.
and
I think he's an ad or something.
He
All right,
is just
Branden.
oh, there's
ready.
horses
I'm
too.
ready.
Oh,
This
wrong
is-
house, wrong
This
house.
is his other property. In,
Oh.
I think in Atlanta or something. So, okay, not bad, not bad.
Wow, I
That was
killed
good,
it.
Jonah.
I killed it. Give me the
Killed
Academy
it.
Award. I'm
You
ready.
did great. You did great.
All
We're
right.
a team here. You did great.
Thank you.
I guess I don't have music to last 60 seconds. I can't find the button. So you'll hear lots of different noises. Brendan, you're up. Oh, there's
All
the
right,
song.
welcome. Let me walk you through this beautiful Beverly Hills, California dream home. It has 6 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms. It has an indoor and outdoor pool. The total square feet is 15,000 square feet. You like to work out? Look no more. Huge gym. Say goodbye to Planet Fitness. If you're an actor and you want to be an artist now, we got a studio for you. You can turn your career around. It's on 3.76 total acres, okay? You like sports? We got a baseball diamond for you. You want to hit the tennis courts after that? There's tennis courts. You want to relax with a movie? Well, there's an indoor theater for you. Like I said, this is your dream home. About anything you can imagine in this home has it to offer, okay? coming in at listing price around like, I forgot what the
lot.
listing price was, but it's
Money.
like I said, it's your dream home. So
Does money matter?
welcome. Money doesn't matter. It's all about your happiness, and you will be happy here.
And it's on the
okay?
ocean.
Please give me a call if you would like to schedule
All
a
right,
showing
you're out
and
of
go
time.
see
You're out
it.
of time, but
So I'm not going to follow that. That was good.
that was
Yeah, I think they
Probably the
both did
best.
fine.
Thank you.
Thank you
team.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
All
Home
right,
team for
so
real.
can you ask Facebook who wins?
Wait, I thought you guys were gonna compete.
Yeah.
Jen's,
Oh.
Jen's trying to get out of it.
Yes, she is.
I think we just did.
Yeah.
Can't follow Brendan's. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Not about it.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Good
What
job.
were you reading off of? Did you write notes?
He's
I
reading the
did.
ad.
I did.
I was like, are you just reading the ad copy? For like a second, I thought it was. And I was like, dang.
I opened up a random Google Doc I had because I was like panicking, and I just wrote down everything I heard you guys were saying about the property. And I was just trying to go through it all. So,
Just talk about the winding roads.
oh, I didn't. I forgot about that. I was really just trying to sell the dream home part because,
Clay tile roof.
you know, if only this could be realistic for all of us. So,
Yeah, what style house would you call that house?
I don't know if Italian's the right one.
I feel like that house is so big that it's just like you just have too much money. You don't know what to do with it.
So you just put
Yeah.
stuff.
The
different
house
places.
is too big for a person.
How big was it?
15,000.
15,000? Yeah, it's a big house. But if you
You
figure
could
some
do
of
a
that's probably
total
cool.
funny ad. It'd be like 15,000 square feet.
does
Lose
that include,
your
like, the-
family. Never see them again. You'll be on different sides of the home. You'll each have 3 bathrooms.
Does that include the pool rooms? Like the pool, indoor pool? I think that covers that square footage too.
Yes.
yeah.
I don't know.
Let's call The Rock. Let's find out.
All I got
Yeah,
is this
let's
one
Hey,
do
Rock,
it.
if you're listening.
unreliable article. Well, that concludes our games. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, you guys did great.
Yeah.
Thanks. That was a lot of fun.
I
was a lot of fun.
winged it.
Yeah, so did I, Jonah.
I just showed up and they're like, games? Sure, let's do it. I was
Jonah.
trying to do that great. What?
I've actually been preparing for this all day.
Yeah, we
I
told- we
knew
told
it.
them-
They
we told them
literally
ahead of time.
told me to sit down and play these games that I haven't prepared for, but I'm here
Told
for
them ahead
it.
of time exactly what to write down for this. That'd have been a great idea, though.
That would have been a fantastic idea. Keep me in the dark, literally. No idea what's going on.
That's not nice.
Would have been funny, though. All right, what's the next topic there, Director of Stuff?
That's all I got for today. I mean, do
Nice.
you guys have anything you want to bring up for today's episode? Otherwise, we can call it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys jumping on and being willing to share your experience. And I think
Thank you.
I
Thank you
see
much.
good things in your future.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Yep.
Happy to be here. I was going to speak for both of us.
Yeah,
but
I was like-
Jonah can talk.
Jonah does-
I'm
It's
actually,
like
I
Jonah's
think
his
I
own
lost.
person.
I couldn't talk anymore. I lost.
No, but thanks for having me
cut your
on.
mic, they cut your mic.
They cut my mic. They're like, we're done. We're done. No more.
Yeah.
Oh, oh man. Oh boy.
Jacob has the power.
Yeah.
But, thanks for having me on. It was a lot of fun. So excited to be a part of the team, and look forward to maybe being on a podcast in the future. So
All right. You guys are invited back for sure.
Awesome.
Actually, the winner of the ad got to be invited back.
all right, Jonah.
Sorry,
What a
Jonah.
That's up to Facebook.
bummer.
You did great, Jonah.
Yeah. Let us know who wins, Facebook.
We'll let the audience decide these things.
Yes.
All right, thanks for tuning in to another episode of It's Gonna Be Great. If you're looking to buy or sell real estate in South Central Wisconsin, you know who to call. Home Team, the number 4, the letter U,
.com.
.com. Shouted that?
.com. .com.
See you guys on the next
.com.
one. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
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 Adios.
Goodbye. That was fun. I felt like I was very quirky.